This afternoon, we come to you from the gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri, and the newly opened Busch Stadium, the site for this edition of Major League Baseball presented by The Show. We've got a good matchup in store for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian, happy to be with you here for this one. And as always, I'm joined by Major League veterans Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler. Hud, we turn to you first. What are you going to be keeping an eye on in this matchup here?
Well, we've got a dynamite starting pitching matchup in this one. And that often means that runs are going to be hard to come by. The team that gets the early lead might be able to hang on.
All right, Rex, thanks. Dave joins us momentarily, but it's time for our starting lineups as our friends at State Farm bring us the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. At home or away, State Farm is there. Stephen Drew will lead things off and be the shortstop. Kelly Johnson will bat second and play second. After that comes Justin Upton out in right field. Chris Young is the cleanup hitter. He'll be in center. Xavier Nady will bat fifth and play left field. Melvin Mora is in the sixth hole. He plays third. Juan Miranda is at first base and in the number 7 hole. Miguel Montero bats eighth. He's behind the plate. Daniel Hudson will bat ninth. He'll be on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Chris Carpenter will get the ball to face them. Here's a guy that's got enough stuff to get by, but a key is going to be how well he mixes his pitches, and more importantly, his pitch speeds. Once guys lock on, things can get ugly out there.
Hello everybody, welcome on into our brand new off-season series. It's a random rosters essentially. We are playing MLB 11, the show on the PlayStation 2. I spent way too much time, probably about 2 hours, adjusting every single pitcher in the game's stats so that they all have 0 stamina. It was not a fun project. But, hey, that sometimes is just how it goes. Welcome on in. The Mariners lost Game 7 yesterday, and I'm sad about it still. Okay, let's jump in to our season. We'll get it set up. Game modes, we're doing season mode. We're going to do a one-player season mode. Actually, here, let me do this. Let me flip this. I had the wrong thing on top of it. Let's go here. There. All right, what would I like to use? I would like to use the saved rosters. We will use 3-inning complete roster. No pitcher has anything over 0 stamina. Tomorrow we'll be playing Dispatch, first couple episodes of that. Thursday we'll be back with this. You can see the stamina, pitching stamina is at 0. We will control the Seattle Mariners, who are very bad in this game. Their power is 7th. Hit. Okay. And then we will advance. We are going to go with a fantasy draft on. We are going to go with an 82-game season length. CPU roster control, CPU trading, force trades, innings, 3. Designated hitter. We are going to go ahead and just turn that on for all of it. Injuries on, fast play off, API default, manager mode view, backstop. Normal, a number of broadcast presentations, game tips off. Batter walk up on. Umpire check swing consistency on. Okay. We'll initialize the rosters. St. Louis gets pick number 1. Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Detroit, Atlanta, Chicago, Toronto, Minnesota, Baltimore, Arizona, Chicago, the White Sox, Los Angeles, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Texas, Seattle, the Dodgers, Colorado, Oakland, San Diego, New York Mets, Florida, Washington, New York Yankees, San Francisco Giants, Philadelphia Phillies, Houston Astros, who are in the National League West, or Central, Cincinnati, and Boston. This is a different order every single time. And then it is a snake draft, so we go ahead and auto draft. Robinson Cano. Actually, Hanley Ramirez, number 1 overall. All right. Freddie Garcia and the Giants are excited to defend their World Series championship as we get set for regular season baseball here on the channel. Schedule, I believe. Okay, it doesn't have any games. So, you know what? We can just do... Oh, cancel. Where are we? April 1st. View today's games. It is the Marlins. It is the Nationals. Zach Greinke pitching for the Marlins. D. Bush pitching for the Nationals. This is what we are going to be playing, or watching, I should say, because this is a commentary-only series. CPU versus CPU. I do like this thing that they have, where they have the projected matchups, so you can kind of get a taste of who's up, who's happening. Because this game still has series, I don't think I forgot to turn the commentary off. Shoot. That's okay. We can fix it. I don't know why this game doesn't save settings correctly. I knew that was something I needed to do. I turned the music down. But I don't know that I turned the commentary down. Maybe I did. Nope, I sure didn't. It's Matt Gatt Vasgersian. We're in the nation's capital for the Marlins and the Nationals, getting us started for opening day.
Major League Baseball. Tonight, a sellout crowd on hand to ring in the beginning.
I guess we'll just let him take care of it.
Good one in store, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Washington Nationals. And hello once again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell, Matt Vasgersian, we get set to bring you what should be an entertaining ball game. Also with us, 10-year Major League vet Rex Hudler. And Hud, we turn to you first. What catches your eye in this one?
Well, one guy to watch is Carlos Guillen. This guy's become such a good leader for this ball.
Oh, there's your player to watch, Carlos Guillen.
But he's
look at those zeros.
Pure hitters around. He'll be a factor in this one, no doubt.
All right, Rex, we'll hear from Dave in a moment, but first let's get to our starting lineup for the visiting Florida Marlins. It comes
okay,
to
so yeah, Coco Crisp, Alex Rodriguez playing for the Florida Marlins, Pat Burrell, Garrett Jones, Todd Helton, I skipped over him, Orlando Cabrera, Jesus Flores, Danny Espinosa. We have a couple of switch hitters, a lot of righties today. Going to be an interesting lineup here for the Florida Marlins. I will turn the commentary down. I'm guessing I need to adjust the pitching and the viewing camera angle for the other stuff. Okay, not a clean start. Not the start that we were looking for. If this were a video that I was recording, I would just restart. But it's a live stream, so there you go. And that's right, this will be live streamed 5 nights a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to find the best game of the week. We will put that up on Saturday as its own video. And then Wednesdays will be Dispatch for the next couple of, for the next 4 weeks. Play those episodes, and then when that is done, we'll move over to a baseball-centric series. That will not be live, that will be posted. Some legs are poking through up there. Let's go quickly into the options for the audio, and we will turn this announcer down so it makes my life easier. Save the changes, yes, but you don't actually save it. And then we want gameplay settings, player settings, and we want pitcher. I guess we can go outfield. That's fine. All right. Top of the first, we have Bush on the mound. As he gets ready to wind and fire, the first pitch is hit. Smacked out to right, and that is how the season starts. 1 pitch, 1 out. And it is underway. We have 82 games, which I believe, if my math is correct and I remember, it was about 94 days in game, or in real life. Let's see. 95 for a full season. I did not count the playoffs, so we'll see how that goes. I was thinking maybe a big stream at the end, but we'll see what happens. Welcome on in, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out yesterday and the day before for the games 6 and 7 of the Mariners losing the ALCS. That's pretty brutal. Here's the pitch. That is outside for a ball. We'll pick some games. We'll be back on Thursday. We'll pick some games. Probably watch like the Mariners. Probably watch the Giants. We'll keep an eye on how long these games take, and we'll try to figure it out from there. That is a pitch that is outside. Streams will be at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Two-one here. It's the Florida Marlins. If we go to Florida, which we probably will, there's 95 days of a season. We have time. Oh, you know what? It was 95, but I think I needed a -3 for All-Stars. So, yeah, it's 92 days. Either way. Either way you slice it. Wines and fires popped out. Did you come back against the Reds, or did they beat you? They beat me. We kind of had a shot. It took a miracle pitching performance, as it's a full count. Pitches inside for a walk. So the Marlins, with an interesting first two at-bats. First at-bat, one pitch out. Second at-bat, as Alex Rodriguez steps in, is a walk. Reds beat us. It took a... What was I trying to say? Let me think. Complete game, no-hitter? No, that's not what I want. We threw a no-hitter in Game 4 just to make sure that we had the weirdest Game 4, and we won that game by 1. We had a 3-run home run in Game 5, but could not hold on to the lead, and we lost in 5. So they call that, what, a gentleman's sweep? 1 on, 1 out here. Alex Rodriguez files that one off. Files? That was a weird way to say it. By the way, we'll go to Old Miami Stadium for Florida, is what I was trying to get at. So it'll be that weird converted football, baseball stadium, which I forgot about. And then this game has been on for 2 hours, and it gave me a demo. Alex Rodriguez fouls that one off. It's 1 and 2. That is fouled off again. Yu gets a hold of that one, and that's going to be a single out to left field. And the Marlins making things interesting here in the top of the first. Throws the bag in disgust. It kind of looks like it's in his way, but whatever. I'm probably looking at it wrong. Hey, a San Francisco Giant, Pat Burrell. Hopefully it's okay that they're on the Marlins. Pitch is in for a strike. We do not get the benefit of the strike zone. We really got to work with the umpire. Hopefully we'll learn it as the game goes along. If you're curious why I am using the PlayStation 2 version, this was the last MLB The Show game that they put on PlayStation 2. And that's why I thought it was interesting. Big swing and a miss to make the count 0 and 2. Looking to get out of a jam here early. Here's the pitch set up inside, and I think he kind of missed his spot, but gets a nice location there. Called out on strike, so that'll bring in Garrett Jones. This season, he's over and doesn't have a hit this year. Lines and fires inside. Framing must not have been a real important thing here about 15 years ago. That looks like a pitch that they would catch and try to bring in or bring up. Goes to the outside. That's hit up the middle. It's going to send the runner to third, and they're going to send him home. The play at the plate is just a little late. It was closer than I thought it was going to be, but a 2-out single gives the Florida Marlins the lead. That is right back to the pitcher. Konerko, maybe. That's who that is. Welcome on in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The catcher is setting up like further inside to both sides of the plate, and the pitcher, Bush, is missing in good spots and getting some strike calls. Or getting some strikes. 2 on, 2 out. That is swung on and missed. Looked like he left that one up. But I'm sure the pitcher, the batter was early on that. Been there. All right, so a 2-strike count again with 2 outs. That one is smacked over to first base. Again, you can see the catcher set up almost behind the batter, it looked, and it's drifted in on him. So Reyes, Coulon, and Howard. Wow, for the Washington Nationals. Oh, we should get the lineup. There it is. Jose Reyes, Chris Colon, Kiss Colon. Yes, I'd like to kiss him. Ryan Howard, Russell Branyan, Angel Pagan, Delman Young, Chase Headley, Carlos Guillen, Ramon Hernandez to round it out. I really get the benefit of the PA announcer in the newer versions of the games. We do the pack rate videos for the tops, and I know the names pretty well because it's like we hear it. All right, Zach Greinke, he is your pitcher. A lot of fun like rookie pitchers here. Who did I see? I think it was on like the Orioles. I think had like Max Scherzer, I think, was involved. Coco Crisp out there in center field. He might have my favorite baseball name of all time. Oh, wait. Oh, we get the commentary. Yes! Jose Reyes. We can hear it. It's just really quiet. First pitch of the season for Greinke is in for a strike. Washington down 1. If I didn't mention, they are only 3-inning games. Pitch 2 misses for a ball. All right. Catcher is really... Both catchers really setting up near the batters. Ooh, a bunt. That's going to go... Oh, they're going to say fair, and he gets to first base. Started foul, but... That's the beauty. The beauty of the fantasy draft is when you see a player that you like on a team that maybe you don't like. It's going to be really upsetting when I see the... I don't know. I guess it was technically true. Ichiro on the Yankees or something. All right, so the bunt gets him on. That pitch misses inside. But it's actually a good pitch. It missed the location that the catcher was setting up for. So a very interesting start here for the Washington Nationals. How's it going? Ooh, got him. Got him. Oh-2 count. Greinke gets the swing and the miss. Love that location. Low on the outside corner. There's going to be weak contact or that. Swing and a miss. Looked like he was a little late on it. Ryan Howard. I'm sorry, Philadelphia Phillies fans. He's playing for division rival. Rival? I don't know. It doesn't feel like a real rivalry. Well, I guess they were the Montreal Expos. Never mind. That pitch is inside for ball 1. Still in pain from Game 7. Agony. Oh, God. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I woke up and the first thing that my brain said, hey, remember that George Springer home run? And it just like played in my eyes. And I was like, I didn't need that. It's like 3:35 in the morning trying to get up to go to work. Pitch over. Gets back safely. Man, it hurts. Okay, all right. There's going to be some old funk in this game. Not only are the Houston Astros in the National League Central, but there's no 3-inning rule or 3-runner rule, and there is no pickoff limit. So we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't slow things down too much, but if it does, it does. 2-1 the count here, 1 on, 1 out. For Washington, down by 1 in the bottom of the first. Another pickoff attempt. That would be a That'd be an advance in today's game, but back in 2011, they didn't care. Back in 2011, MLB said, you have 4 hours. Okay, Greinke, buddy, you gotta stop throwing over. We need to move along. You've thrown over more than you've pitched to the batter. Come on. Greinke misses low. Ball 3. Oh, man. That is 5 throwovers. 4 pitches to the batter, 5 throwovers. Greinke winds. Ryan Howard takes a walk. And to quote the MLB The Show 25, I don't think you really wanted to pitch to him there. I think you're kind of counting on a pickoff over at first. And that way, if you give up, shout out to that MLB hat, by the way. That way, if you give up a home run to Ryan Howard, it's just a solo shot. Otherwise, walking him is okay. Runner in scoring position for the Nationals. As the batter takes ball 1. That is ball 2, just inside. And Greinke needs to find the strike zone. He said the most obvious thing ever. And that one is hit but foul. That is hit up the middle, but should be a double play. A bit of a floaty ball to the second baseman, but able to make the turn, and that is the end of the first. 1-0 Florida. Ooh, the MLB hat. Cabrera, Flores, and Espinoza. Wait, so one guy had a picture with a hat, MLB hat. The other guy, they just didn't even worry about it. Cool. Just the opening night game for you today. Back on Thursday with 3, maybe 4 games. That's a nice pitch inside. Bush has been kind of good at picking up some strikes on the inside to the right-handed hitters. It's just where the catcher's set up does not look like it's where he wants it. You can see he's well inside. That one kind of leaked over the plate, but they're finding something. 0-2 count here. Florida up 1. That is hit to the shortstop. And that will be fired over to first for outs number 1. Jesus Flores steps in. Wait, was he playing for the Nationals? Is that a Nationals hat? That is confusing. He sure was. Wild. That is popped off the end of the bat. It's going to be the first baseman in the staple. And that is out number 2. So a quick moving top of the second. And a missed opportunity following the bottom of the first. That pitch is in for a strike. Nice spot at the bottom of the zone. Bush is ready. That one is fouled away. Curveball. And it's 0-2. That is crushed out to right field. Going, gone. And with 2 outs, the Florida Marlins, and 2 strikes, The Florida Marlins strike for a solo shot. One in the first, one in the second, and putting themselves in a good position to win the opener. That'll bring in Coco Crisp, 0 for 1 today. He looked at one pitch, tried to jump on it and missed it a little bit. Those legs up at the top of the screen, real creepy. And that pitch is in for a strike. And that pitch is in for a strike as well. So 0-2, 2 outs. And low and outside. Most current stadiums are in this game except Texas, Miami, and Oakland, Sacramento. Yeah. Oh, Houston might have that funky bit in the middle. Because that stadium's not new. They just changed the outfield, I think. Winds and fires, fouled away. Bush having a little trouble setting Coco Crisp down. 1-2. That is high? That looked like a pretty good pitch. But it evens things up at 2-2. Twos all over the board. 2-2, top of the second. With 2 outs and a 2-0 lead. That is hit but foul. Sound is a little funky. The hits sound like they're better than they actually are, which is a little confusing. That one is low and inside. Crisp doing a really nice job here after a 1-pitch out in the top of the first to lead off the season for the Florida Marlins. Oh boy, almost said the wrong town. He's worked the count full. And hits it to the shortstop. Fires over to first, and that is out number 3. But not before Florida strikes for the solo home run. Pagan, Young, and Headley coming up for the Washington Nationals, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the second. I was trying to listen for the name, but it seemed to have faded out. Swung on and fouled. Steps into the delivery, and that is low. Ball 1. Winds and fires. Misses. Oh, low and outside. 2-1. Neither pitcher has looked particularly strong today. Even when you include all those strikes that Bush has thrown, as that one is hit up the first baseline foul. And Atlanta, okay. I was thinking there was one that was missing in there, but I couldn't. I would not have been able to pull Atlanta. I do remember when they knocked down the other Atlanta stadium and the bus pulled in front of the camera, and it was really funny. Sets up inside for Greinke, who gets him to swing and foul it off again. That one's inside. What? Okay, bit of a delayed animation there, but does get out of the way. So, full count? Yes, full count with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. A bloop and a blast ties it. Greinke winds, fires. He hits it. Foul. Ooh. Okay, closer to the foul pole than I thought. Well, I've seen that angle a couple of times when I've been testing this game and looking at it. It usually looks like it's more foul than that one did. Gets him jammed a little bit. Over to the shortstop and thrown to the first baseman for out number 1. So a good job to work the count full, but can't get on base. Ball is high, a little outside. 1-0. That is a really nice pitch. Just kind of one of those. That's one of those that if I'm holding the controller on PS5, I go like, I crunch my shoulders and I go, ah, dang it. He got me. I don't like it, but he got me. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Foul off the inside part of the bat. 1-2. Greinke fires. Good take there as that one seemed to sail on him a little bit. Evens things out. Ooh, and gets him looking. It's another one. We've seen a lot of those pitches today where you see the catcher set up much closer to the batter's box. And they're missing over the plate, and it's fooling the hitters a little bit. You can see where he sets up, and it just drifts inside, and it's a strike. It's like accidentally a good pitch. Two down here for Washington in the bottom of the second. If you're just joining, welcome on in. That pitch misses outside. Winds and fires. That one is left over the heart of the plate, and it is smoked out to right field. There's a single for Washington. There's the bloop. Can they get the blast? Just a nice piece of contact. Unfortunately for the Nationals, they have left themselves little room for error as they have 2 outs. Boy, have we been in that position before. Carlos Guillen. Boy, MLB The Show really likes their, crowds that are, if they are the same character model, they all move at the same time. It still exists in the game today. Strike 1 for Greinke. Last time, it was Ryan Howard at the plate, but last time Greinke threw over to first base quite a few times. See if he does that with 2 away. 0-2, I don't think he'll do it here. That was low. That was a bold take by the Nationals hitter. And that gets him again. That pitcher set up way away. And the pitch just comes over the heart of the plate, drifts inside, and it's a strikeout. 3 hits for Florida. They have 2 runs. Washington, a couple of hits, but no runs. Todd Helton, Colorado Rockies, playing for the Florida Marlins now. Comes to the plate in the top of the third, final inning here. There's that setup, and that would missed. Just inside. 1-0 count. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate. Helton looks at a 1-1 count here. That's low for ball 2. Bush needs to figure some things out here. Double taps the dirt low. That one catches the bottom of the zone for strike 2. That's a nice pitch, but he was able to get some wood on it, but the shortstop able to get to it. Todd Helton. I was trying to remember the batter's name, and I forgot. Shortstop's been busy today. As Alex Rodriguez steps inside, batting 1,000 on the season. Rodriguez fires it over to the third base side. Foul. 0-1. And swung under that one and missed it. Bush has been working a little lower in the zone. He's been working that middle down throughout this game. And Rodriguez is going to fly out to the right fielder. That is out number 2. Nice easy play out there for Pagan. That'll bring in Pat Burrell. Burrell 0 for 1 with a strikeout. An opportunity here for Florida to start, maybe try to add some insurance. That one's right up the middle, but the shortstop is there over to first, and it's an out. Very weak contact. So Washington, last chance for them. They're down 2. And with the top of the lineup coming up, so. Ramon Hernandez. That's a nice pitch. Got the bottom of the zone. Looking for the complete game shutout here for Greinke. Has not seemed to matter how little stamina I give them. They're just throwing all their pitches. That one's inside for a ball to even the count out. See if Washington can make anything happen here. Make things interesting in the bottom of the third. That one misses outside. 2-1. Fouled away. Off the end of the bat. Flattens out at 2-2. That one's way inside. One of the rare times that the pitch where the catcher sets up in those kind of funky spots drifts inside rather than over the plate. Full count here. That one fouled away to stay alive. And he hit him. 3-2 tried to work inside, but hit him. All right, Washington maybe gets a little bit of a break there, so nobody out with a runner on first. Hit by pitch. The leadoff man with a single today already. How aggressive do they want to get on the base paths? That pitch sails high. Ball one. That's inside. Great eye there. 2-0. Do we see the 2-0 fastball? Is that what he's sitting? Does he just take anything but the inning-ending double play? Man, that's exactly what gets drawn up. Oh my goodness. He's actually going to be safe at first, but it does erase the hit by pitch. Good quickness going up the first base line. It was a good pitch by Zach Greinke right in the low part of the zone. Got him to roll over it. Just can't get the 2 outs, only gets the 1. Did not realize there was so much speed, but it makes sense, top of the lineup. Okay, so things still interesting. They have their bloop. Can they get their blast to tie things up? He hits it, and that is going to get past a diving second baseman. He's going to third. All the way around, safe. Runners on the corners with 1 out for the Nationals. Oh, for Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, an opportunity to play hero for the Washington Nationals against Zach Greinke, who I believe is a rookie in this game. He does. Oh my goodness, it's a walk-off. It's a walk-off 3-run home run for Ryan Howard. Oh, what a start to the season. That rocks. 1 pitch, 1 swing, and it was gone. Wow. Oh, wow. He threw his glove into the wall. Hey, unsurprisingly, his average, 1,000, home run, 3 RBI. He got walked earlier in the game where it did seem like they did not want to pitch to him. So, your final score, Washington 3, Florida 2. What a way to start it. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. The goose egg in the third. The hit by pitch, a great effort up the first base line. A nice hit to advance the runner all the way to third. And then it didn't really matter. Dave Bush gets the win, 1-0. Zach Greinke drops to 0-1 with the loss. 1 home run for Espinoza and for Ryan Howard. And that'll do it. 1 AB, 1 hit, 1 run. 3 RBI, 1 home run. That is your opening day game. Boy, the PS2 load times, huh? Not great. Let's see. Let's view today's games. Let's take a look at tomorrow just real quick. We have Rays, Red Sox, Cleveland, New York, Orioles, Blue Jays, Marlins, Nationals. We won't worry about that one. Phillies, Mets, Cardinals, Reds, Twins, White Sox, Tigers, Royals, Athletics, Rangers, Pirates, Cubs, Astros taking on the Brewers, Braves taking on the Diamondbacks, Padres, Dodgers, the Rockies play the Giants, and the Angels play the Mariners. We'll most likely look at the Mariners game. We'll try to avoid a lot of double series. So once we watch, like for example, the Mariners, we will not watch them until at least like the next week against Oakland. Now, unfortunately, This is the unbalanced schedule, so it's going to be, there's a lot of, they get the Angels for, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 6 of the first 9 games. Kind of gross. But we'll bounce around to the best of our abilities. I think the All-Star game is here somewhere. That'll be a one-off video. But, yeah, there you go. Oh, and Toronto ends the season. Great. Cool. Big fan. All right. That will do it. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for this short intro video as we get set for our off-season content. Again, it'll be every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. That game took a little under, I don't know, about 40 minutes maybe. There was some intro and stuff, so yeah, that's about what it'll be. So if we were to do 3 of them, it'd be about 2.5 hours. 4 would be about 3-ish, something like that. But there you have it. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll get this all saved and set so we are ready for Thursday. Like I said, tomorrow be playing Dispatch. Thursday we'll be back in this. Friday will be a double stream day with a morning stream and the evening baseball stream. I got to record a taste test for tomorrow. So I will see you later. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Ring the bell if you haven't already, if you'd like to be notified. All that good stuff. It helps out the channel. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, good sports and goodbye.